some other people. That's just my feeling. I understand what Rinna's saying, but I think she's off base. I think she's off base. I think she's off base on that one.
Anyway, that was a little bit of tea, but it's been an interesting month or so for Rinna, with all the, the posts, them taken down. Who knows? Maybe she's beefing a little bit behind the scenes with production.
And by the way, Rinna a lot. She comes out swinging against the network a lot, and just nobody cares. I mean, nobody. I think you could say anything you want against the network. I mean, because other people have done it, right? And they're still on the show. I mean, Bethany says crap about Andy all the time, and she's on Watch What Happens every other day.
They would take Bethany back in a heartbeat if they could figure out the money. I mean, I think the same goes for Carole Rad as well. I love your TikTok, Behind the Velvet Rope. I watched all those clips. I mean, Carole would I'm sure that production thought Carole was a fucking pain in the ass. I mean, Carole details the emails and the notes on each scene that she would send to production. Again, I think they would take Carole back in a heartbeat. I mean, Carole is a class act, she brings, I think, an element of class to the show that sometimes is missing. And I mean, I'm just a huge Carole stan anyway. I love Carole. I just, from being, Kennedy family royalty, it's just the whole thing. So,
and I just think
they don't care if you talk shit about them. They don't.
No. And I think if you have a black mark next to your name, they call you and they're like, hey, let's start the conversation. Now, by the way, you shouldn't do these things anymore. Okay. You want, 400,000. Yeah, sure. Great. Okay. So let's get the contract out to you and don't say that anymore. Okay. I'm so sorry. I know I hated you, but wait, you're going to give me $500,000. Okay, cool. I love you again. Yay. That's you're right.
Look at Candy Gal. I mean, I don't think Candy Gal has a great relation. I don't know this. This is just, she's never said this to me directly. This is just what I've pieced together. I don't think Candy Gal has much communication with Andy Cohen or production for that matter at all. And I mean, I think we know probably she was given maybe a little bit of warning about the tweets, but they don't care. I mean, it's great energy.
But you know what? That's why I like her, because she gets it. She's not a fucking suck up kiss ass. Again, the same way, I hate to go back to her, the same reason I like Kelly Dodd. They're not Candiace is not a suck up kiss ass. I think she's this is a limited time. I will be fired from the Real Housewives of Potomac eventually. Right? She's not the Grand Dame who's probably never going to be fired. Jizzy Jizz will probably never be fired. I don't think Candiace is in such jeopardy, but eventually, and I think she gets it. And I think she's these people, it's the corporate fucking machine. I'll scratch their back, they scratch my back. And I mean, look, it's launched her music career, and that's what she wanted. Staying on Beverly Hills though for a minute with all this with Rinna. Now, what is it? A few weeks back, we saw Erika Jayne. She told Garcelle's son Jax to fuck off. What was this you were telling me about? Teddi Mellencamp was involved, or Teddi
oh my God,
was running her mouth off. Yeah.
Well, we have so much to talk about with Teddi and Tamara and two T's in a pod and all that stuff. But I just feel for Teddi, because Teddi seems like she's thrust into this world and she doesn't have a backbone. The long story short is this: Teddi was online, essentially said, why was Garcelle's 14-year-old son there at midnight anyway? He should have been home in bed. He shouldn't have been there that late. Why, including her other young son. They're not that young. They're teenagers. And then, people came after her really? That's, Erica's telling a 14-year-old to fuck himself, and you're stuck on that point. You're so lame. Then she backtracks. No, Erica was wrong. I'm sorry. Then she tries to go back and go, I have opinions. You can differ with my opinion. This is my opinion. It's just so much I know that by responding to all these comments, it just keeps the drama going, which is good for ratings, but it's just so dumb to me. Teddi went back and forth and couldn't make up her mind. And then it was we'll just agree to disagree. Okay.
Teddi, she doesn't have a backbone, and she really just wants people to like her, right? I mean, she says she doesn't care. Again, Kelly Dodd really doesn't care. Candiace Dillard really doesn't care. I think Teddi, look, this is not the psychology. Look, now, if you need therapy, if you need to analyze it, which this isn't, you can go to Talkspace. It's my sponsor. They're great. It's $100 off. But if you use the code in the show notes, and you can talk to someone from anywhere in the world. So this is not me giving the therapy to Teddi, but I think, she grew up a heavyset girl and she had issues being overweight, and then she lost it. And now we all know, all in by Teddi, lots of controversy over that and being fit and how many calories. But I think maybe when you grow up and, you're not popular. I wasn't popular in high school when I went to high school with that Dorit Kemsley, but I think you become one way or another. You become like a total fucking rebel rouser freak like me who doesn't give a fuck, or you're always trying to like overcome that. So I do think Teddi cares. But here's the thing, even though some people hate us at times, I don't know, like, again, it's just a strange statement to be like, what the hell is this 14-year-old doing there? Like, I don't know. You and I have opinions that sometimes people hate us, but I don't think we have these crazy opinions. Let me see. We have time for like, maybe one more thing. Oh, let's staying on Rinna. What is this about? Was there a lot of drama being faced to Rinna with her lip line? What was this about her and her daughter? Because I have to tell you, that picture, do you know what I'm talking about? Her and her daughter were promoting the Rinna lip line. Was there any drama associated with that? I just thought it was a really fucking hot picture. They were like, I'm like, Lisa Rinna is a freak of nature. She really is.
I mean, she is. She's so phenomenal. I mean, the fact that is she 60 yet or close? I mean, she just is. No, I mean, I think people were like blown away. She's a smoke show. I mean, Rinna is stunning. And, Delilah looks great. I mean, her daughters are gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, Rinna's amazing. Like,
her daughters are gorgeous. What else? Okay. One more quick one. Oh, here's a quick one. Real Housewives of Dallas. So Deandra Simmons, my girl, my friend, friends with, she landed at LaGuardia or JFK. She came to the New York area. She's doing she was doing an appearance in Connecticut at either Foxwoods or Mohegan. Shout out to Foxwoods and Mohegan, non-paid sponsor. And she landed, and apparently she was on her phone, and somebody overheard apparently her saying like, yes, no, yeah, no, I really can't meet you that day. I have lunch with the executives at Bravo. Or that's what apparently someone heard her say to someone on the phone. Now, whether she even said this or not, I think even that we're not sure of. But apparently now there's this, like, there's going to be a Real Housewives of Dallas reboot. Everybody slow down.
Yeah, I don't. Do you?
This is what people don't realize. You and I say this all the time. We are just talking about what happened in the world, giving our opinions. Sometimes there's real life stuff like me running into Andy Cohen and Bruce Bozzi and me feuding with Kelly, even though why are any of you listening to these podcasts or reading these blogs that are these blind items? It is fan fiction. It is literally fan fiction. It is not based on anything. I really think that you and I should just never work again. And we